Hey ladies and gents, it's Zembak, and we are playing Warships. It's been a while. So, uh, I've been playing the Kamikaze a fair amount when I do go back in here, just because I'm like literally that close to finishing off a 19-point captain. Finally, um, yeah, I'm gonna do my first one, and unfortunately I did it on the Japanese destroyers. Shit. So, but anyway, I'm almost to a 19-point captain, so I've been running the Kamikaze quite a bit, trying to pick up the XP on it. And we are, yeah, on Conquest. And I just don't get the replays, buggy replay that the World of Warships offers. Of course, to get it, you actually have to uh, download a file, add it to your World of Warships folder to get replays to actually record. And what it does is there's some you can see some of the laggy stuff. You'll see it's like when I'm firing torpedoes, they don't. You can see the track of you can see when the torpedoes are launched, but you can't. It doesn't actually correspond to where the actual aim, where you're aiming. Yeah, I don't know. It's a buggy replay thing. Uh, and I don't know why. You can see my ship start to jerk like that. That's just part of the whole replay thing. So people are always asking why the replays look like they do. It has to do with, of course, the replay folder or the replay download that you have to download to actually record your replays. So you get this really kind of weird replay system, and I don't know why. We can record World of Tanks just fine. Warplanes is still fucked, but for the most part, yeah, it's very odd. So, enough with that. We got the first destroyer picked up here, and I thought I had this other destroyer with me a little closer, but he was off a little bit. So what you see me here, I'm just going to drop a few torpedo spreads. I'm not going to fire at him. I don't want to, of course, be seen any more than I have to be. So I dropped the torpedo spread, and I'm not terribly sure if, like I said, when I do these, I'm not necessarily thinking I'm going to get him. It's more along the lines of, it's just like, hey, it's just put that out there, kind of like a mind, and hoping that they'll eventually turn into it or run into it. That's why the torpedo spread was so wide. I was hoping that he might decide that he was going to run and turn and run into it. But that's the great thing about the Kamikaze's quick reloads. I don't have a problem dropping torpedoes, which I do quite often in this game. The Shinonami is with me, and he's going to charge directly in there. He's interested in knocking out this destroyer, and I'm just going to kind of float here and see what he brings up there. So he brings up the Janeway, and he's sitting still in the smoke. So get the first salvo into him, and he's just getting wrecked. Battleships are coming around the corner, that kind of thing. He accelerates pretty quickly. Unfortunately, leaves me without anything to shoot at. And now him and the other destroyer are going to get into it. I would fire here, but I just really did not want to hit my own player. I know, right? One of those kind of guys. So he gets taken out, and it's looking pretty nice. We got the it looks to be the entire team, enemy team, had gone down the 1-2 line, so which leaves me a pretty nice run here back to their objective. We are actually up on ships right now, so it's not looking too bad for the home team. Unfortunately, the other destroyer on my side, the tank McOnage, he plays that more like a battleship, apparently. He's just pure charge in and see what he can do. He's dropped a spread on the Cleveland. Yeah. We have lost, so I'm going to go YOLO and die. No sense wasting time. Oh, God. That's just bad play. That's like a tank going down the one line, and he's the only one there, and declares, everybody's gonna lose because I'm the only one here. Well, then don't be there. So I got a set of torpedoes out here on the Colorado. Love that. Look at how everything just jiggles and wiggles. This, of course, is like I said, the replay folder. Finishes off the Colorado, and I'm in the objective right now. And we're gonna hang out here. And what I'm doing, and if you're a new player, once I get into the like I said, once I get in this objective here, I'm gonna start drawing ships backwards, back to where I am. If they want to, of course, stop this objective from being capped and losing right off the bat. So they've actually made this game interesting, and this is the reason I bring up the replay, is because this is the kind of games I love to play. I hate blowouts. I hate just getting 5 ships, 6 ships down with 3 minutes. 3 minutes into the game, and you've already lost all your destroyers, and a couple cruisers, and the other team is just wailing on you. So we got a Scharnhorst coming in here, and I'm backing up. Apparently the team automatically assumes we're gonna lose. We got GGGs, and everybody's fucking worthless. I can love that shit. So I am going to play kind of the bait here. Scharnhorst is coming in, and I got torpedoes running. Somebody's calling for a smoke screen, but you're so far out of the objective. What am I going to do? Unfortunately, I can't do anything with the... as soon as he gets into the objective here, he's going to stop the objective from being capped, which is nothing I can do about it. All I can do is start laying, like I said, laying as many torpedoes into his path as I can, hopefully either getting him to turn or run into them. Yeah, capturing base, 50 seconds left. Unfortunately, he's going to be making it in here shortly, and we got the 2 cruisers running. So what I'm doing is drop some smoke here, and hopefully what this does is kind of draw that Scharnhorst right to this point. He's not paying attention much here. Yeah, he's kind of busy. So I'm going to back up here, and I'm changing my angle of my torpedo spread. Before I was shooting straight at him, and it was relatively easily for him to evade. So now, with this new angle, he's going to come in. Yeah, there we go. A little bit better. So the Scharnhorst, he's starting to change directions. Unfortunately, he runs right into 1 torpedo, 2 torpedoes, takes off a good chunk of his health, and I'm on the run here. Hit the turbos, and I'm out. With the smoke screen in front of me, he's going to have a hard time of actually being able to see me, so I'm not terribly worried about it. So I got my torpedoes are up. He's in the smoke. He can't. Oh, he actually did see me right there. Surprise, bro. He got a spotter plane up. That's how he saw me. I pick up the next set of torpedoes on him, and I'm going to run some front, some back, some right on his path. We're going to see what we can do here. Pick up the Scharnhorst, knock him out. Unfortunately, there's a cruiser right on his ass that I didn't pick up. And yeah, this doesn't look good for the home team. So let's see what we can do here. And I was getting kind of greedy. I was thinking to myself, well, maybe I can stick around here and pick up another torpedo spread on that Cleveland, but it didn't work out that way. So he picks me up. He's detected me, and I'm going to be on the run here and get out of his view range. He does land a nice hit on me. The Iron Duke. I got the Normandy coming back. So I've pulled 3 battleships and a cruiser back here to this objective, which is effectively split up a bunch of their, some of their fleet. The Cleveland to the north, Normandy, and I have the Iron Duke coming on a nice path. He's parallel to me, and he doesn't seem to be caring where he's going. So I'm going to drop the torpedo spreads in him. Now I have 2 battleships to the south, dealing with a destroyer and another battleship. So should be fair odds, right? I would think. Yeah, they ended up killing the destroyer, which is good for us, and they have the 1 battleship to deal with here. Now I'm going to work on this battleship. He was nice enough, obliged me by running a nice course. So, taking out their battleship. Devastating strike, 10 torpedo hits, 3 kills. It's looking pretty nice. Now, with that cruiser way out there, what I'm going to be doing here is just simple. All I'm doing is just harassing. I'm going to make these guys turn. I'm going to make them change directions and all that kind of stuff. I was kind of hoping that cruiser would run a little bit and not get spotted. You know, further over on the 10 line with this much stuff coming at him. It's not a wise thing to fire, but he did fire, which of course got him lit, and he's running broadside to the battleship and the cruiser. So yeah, this isn't a good situation for him. Maybe I could have gone out and smoked him, but here's the problem with going out to smoke him. I've used way too many smoke charges on people that don't use it. Hey, you know, typing them, you got smoke coming, lay the smoke. They drive right through the smoke out the other side. So fuck it. Unless I see a competent player or somebody that I'm playing with that has a pretty good idea how, you know, when I say, hey, smoke coming, and they start slowing down, then I'll drop it. But if they don't, I don't waste smoke charges on players like that. So pick up the Normandy here, and you can see how the torpedo aiming is being dodgy like that. It's bouncing back and forth. You know, what I'm doing is firing one on the white line, then I'll fire one behind it and one in front of it, that kind of thing. And that's what that whole, because it's not, that actually is not showing you exactly where I'm actually firing the torpedo. So puts him out here on the Normandy. He's a little bit wilier. He's a little wily. He's going, change directions, speed and all that kind of stuff. But what it's doing is making him change his direction, which gives him broadsides gives his broadside to the cruiser, slowly but surely, maybe. And we're gonna drop another set of torpedoes out here on the Normandy. He's nails the cruiser and closes the gap pretty nicely. So we're still sitting just a little above them when it comes to points. I'm gonna let those two down in the south there deal with that. They got the one battleship, so they finish off the King George, and now I'm turning around here and headed back into the objective. I'm gonna keep putting the pressure on this objective until my support gets here. Otherwise, these guys are going to steam off, and they might have a chance of actually wrecking my 2 battleships. But until then, I'm going to be the asshole. I'm just sitting here dropping torpedo spread after torpedo spread as fast as I can put them out there. Do I have a chance to hit them? Well, maybe. It entirely depends on, you know, of course, how much they change their direction of their ship. Pick up a nice one on the Normandy. You know, hey, maybe he's going to blow his repair party here. He's actually turned his turrets the other direction at the incoming battleships here. So I'm just, like I said, just being a nuisance. Drop back into the objective here. We're going to see if we can start pulling him back this way. So the Cleveland, he's been chasing me now for a while. The Normandy, I think he's kind of given up. I don't think he has any interest in chasing me anymore. And he starts sailing to the south here. And right here, as I said earlier with the buggy replay there, you can actually see where I aim the torpedoes until they actually come out of the tubes. So get a couple out here on the Clevelands. And he's going to chase. And then, and if you're a cruiser, and if you ever played cruisers, you know this is usually not a good idea to chase destroyers. Yeah, you're eventually going to lose, especially if the destroyer the destroyer captain is any good. You're going to lose, no matter how much you go back and forth. Eventually, they're going to catch you. So back out of the objective, the Cleveland, he's probably getting a little more wary. The Normandy's finally turned around. He's coming back toward me too. Yeah, which is nice because they're giving broadsides here to the incoming battleships. Unfortunately, I got one battleship. He seems to be firing HE shells at the target. I guess it is what it is. So they're yelling at me, stay alive, get back. Yeah, I get it. I'm not in a hurry to die. And that's why you see me start staying out about above 6 kilometers instead of usually getting a little bit closer. You know, I might sometimes, a lot of times, get within the 5.4 kilometers and just turn as I do, just to get a little better chance with my torpedoes. But the game is too close to be playing. Well, not unlike my last video, you know, I didn't want to. I didn't want to take a chance of fucking this up, you know. So, Cleveland has turned around. Normandy has turned around. So I don't know. I think they're probably tired of chasing me, and I'm just gonna be just kind of strolling in here little by little. I'm gonna start laying torpedoes on these guys. Hopefully, maybe catching him, not paying attention. I don't know. This is kind of a hard shot here. They're going away from me, and all it takes is just a little bit of a turn. And of course, he's going to be out. But we'll see. Maybe I'll get lucky. Maybe he's going to stay there. I had laid one in front, behind, and right down the pipe. Hopefully, I'll pick up something. No, he's changed course and he's slowed down. So, turn the boost back on. I don't know if, like I said, from this distance, I didn't know what my battleships had for health. Apparently, the way they were turned around and headed out, they might be super low health, and either one of them die, we're going to lose. So back to the objective. Hopefully, by doing this, I'm either going to win it, or I'm once again going to pull these guys back around to come chase me down. Right now, the way we're sitting, as long as nobody dies, we're going to win in 3 minutes. But that's, you know, that's these games. You never know. So out we go, back to the objective, pull into the objective, and start picking up the base. Now, if you notice the two difference in the timers right now, there's literally 1 second, and I'm not terribly sure once it hits 0 if that's the end of the game or not. We're still going to win if nobody dies, but hopefully what this does with the base capture, it's going to turn these guys around, which of course it is. The Normandy already, you can see he's starting to come back around and back toward me. The Cleveland, he is just kind of running. Yeah, he's running straight out. So I'm going to stop here. I got smoke up. Yeah, fuck it. I'm going to try it. I'm getting greedy again here. Unfortunately, was just a little too far out around the island, so the battleships can't pick him up. So I'm going to back up here. We're going to go to the edge of our smoke screen in case those guys decide that they're going to fire at me. I'm not going to have to worry too much. Back up a little bit. And nothing. I'm hoping by that time, well, there's the cruiser for us. He shows up. Yeah, he's firing into the smoke. Of course, you know, as I said, he's got his turrets turned the opposite direction away from me. And, oh, almost got the kill on that one. The Normandy, he's turned around, and he's coming back here toward the objective. So since I'm sitting here, I might as well just, you know, pop some shells into him. See if I can pick up some more damage. Maybe light him on fire. He's turned kind of screwy here, which is alright. He's got I believe him or Cleveland's got the spotter plane up, so I'm not really interested in finding that out. 1 minute 15 on the capture. 1 minute. Yeah, there's literally 1 second between the capture and the end of the game. So, like I said, as long as we don't, as long as nobody dies or you get some crazy ass shots here, we're gonna win this. Pull back around on the into the objective. That Normandy, I'm going to give him. He was a good player. He didn't let any of his. He didn't run in straight lines for long periods of time. Always changed his speed and direction. So he was kind of not an easy target to torp. But that's all right. I like games like this. These are fun when you can play this. You know, this close. This far into the game, because at any point this game could have gone either way. So guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll have some more a little bit later.